All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dowell. Hey, I got a question for you this morning, something to think on, a little bit of food for thought. How would you function and how would you do pending everything that's going on with this infectious disease that's running rampant all over the United States of America and the world? Think about this for a second. How would you do if the United States of America imposed a 4-week quarantine on the whole entire nation? 4 weeks. I remember a few videos ago, I mentioned something about this, and this is just something to really truly think about too. It's not outside the scope, considering that the World Health Organization has already done qualified this coronavirus as a pandemic, and it doesn't seem like that it's going to stop its spread, and it continues to keep going on and on and on and on. Now, most people ask me all the time, and I'm out of state right now, am I alarmed? No, not the least bit. Am I concerned? No, not the least bit at all. Because if you're in pretty good health, regardless of your age, you have a strong immune system. And believe me, I understand having disinfectants, wipes, hand sanitizer, and all this other stuff. But if we go on a 4-week quarantine, you know, all these videos I've been hollering and screaming and shouting over the years about you having at least 6 months food supply, or at least 6 months of supplies to be able to survive on in your own homestead. It's all becoming a reality. Now, I know most people mocked, jeered, derided, chided, ridiculed me as some type of off in the backwoods, crackpot and kook and stuff, but what are you gonna do? I want y'all to think about this for a second, because all the toilet paper is gone in the United States of America. It's off the shelves, it's gone. What are you gonna do when they impose a 4-week quarantine to where you can't even leave your house? Nobody goes to work at all. You don't leave the confines of your home. If you do, more likely a quarantine is going to impose martial law, which will be enforced, and you'll get some type of levy or some type of fine. And of course, if the whole entire nation is locked down and stuff, my question is, are you prepared? Do you have 4 weeks of water? Do you have 4 weeks of toilet paper worth? Do you have 4 weeks of food? More important, food, vitamins, clothing, the ability to be able to wash, to keep yourself clean. Can you feed your animals if you have livestock? Some people may, after 2 weeks, just go stark raving mad. Then we really may have a situation on our hand in this country. Because after people run out of food, and you know Americans are not used to fasting, after they run out of food, and then they've been, I don't know, 3 weeks without food, and there's no guarantee that this quarantine may be lifted if it's imposed. Do you have the means to be able to protect you and your family? Are you trained? Do you know how to protect you and your family? Do you know combatives? Are you good with your hands and your feet? Do you have a firearm, a shotgun, an AR? Because when we're in a world without rule of law, things can get a hell of a lot better. And I can tell you right now, all the communities, all the places are straightway. No matter where I go, no matter where I'm at, we're good. You know why? Because Pastor Dowell preaches and teaches preparedness all the time. But the question is this: are you prepared? Do you have enough food? Everybody's worrying about toilet paper. Listen to me. Let me give you just a little bit of wisdom here. If you've got old t-shirts and rags, if you are a female, instead of using toilet paper, you better start getting hip and maybe start using them t-shirts and rags to wipe with when you're doing number one. But when you're doing number two, that's when you may want to utilize some paper goods. But even at that, you should have some type of form of disinfectant at home that when you get finished wiping, you should be able to discard the stuff in the bucket or put the stuff in the bucket to be able to be washed at a later time, to be able to be reused at another time. Now, I'm talking about homestead and stuff, survival stuff, because the majority of the American populace mindset It's not there. They're caught up in this cognitive dissonance and this normacy bias. They never think that their life is going to be affected or is going to be changed. Things are always going to be the same, no matter what. No matter, I mean, that's just Americans: complacent, complicit, apathetic, lethargic. The only thing they can believe about anything is pessimistic, bad news about everything. They never believe anybody who's trying to bring a positive outlook. But here I am again, trying to put a defibrillator on your mind. Because this is the talk of town in our communities. And I hope that some way, somehow, that you're getting wise. And by the way, don't forget to go join my Patreon channel. And the link is going to be down below. But you need to ask yourself this question: are you ready to be quarantined for 4 weeks by mandate of the U.S. government? Can you survive?